Welcome to the Zelestra Podcast. This is a podcast series where we want to take a deeper dive into the company, into our culture, into some of our people and the technologies that we're developing across the world. I'm Paul Ferguson. I'm the Global Head of Brand and Communications at Zelestra. And today I'm joined by Henar, who is the Chief People Officer at Zelestra. And today we're going to talk about the company culture, some of our beliefs, and generally to find out what it is like to work at Zelestra. So thank you for joining us, Henar. Welcome.
So thanks, Paul, for having me here and inviting me for this first edition of the podcast. To me, it's a pleasure to be part of the team. I recently joined the company and I'm amazed by our culture, the projects that we do. So I hope that this podcast is really interesting for everybody.
Okay, so let's dive straight in. Okay, so Zelestra's purpose is to make decarbonisation a reality for our partners, for our clients. So what does it mean to work with Zelestra and to be part of that mission?
To me, and for everybody working at Zelestra, really means to be part of a global mission of getting decarbonization a reality. And that's great. All of a sudden, everything that you do is not just work, it's just getting impact into your community and into your world and the society in general. So we're not working just for the work to be done, but also for the future of all of us. And that's amazing.
So look, let's move the conversation forward to examine the opportunities for growth and development that people in Zelestra have. If I was joining Zelestra today, what opportunities would I have to develop my career and reach my full potential?
So the first thing that we have to do is understand at what moment the company is. And we have ahead of us an extreme growth plan. That means that everybody has opportunities to grow, learn, and even make their role adapted to the situation of the company. New joiners, team members in general. Of course, we have our goals to get done, but as we work with extreme ownership, we're able to impact not only on the things that we are doing right now, but the things that are ahead of us. So it's really good because we are mixing the best of two worlds. That is startup mode where everything has to be created and defined, and at the same time working in a medium-sized company where we have the resources needed to get our growth plan. So I think it's an amazing moment to join Zelestra and be part of this company.
Yeah, I mean, it is an amazing moment to join, and the growth ahead is really clear, and the growth of where we've come from is evident as well. You know, we've expanded, we've doubled the headcount in maybe 18 months, which is great. So we have all of these new people who have come on board, who are part of the team now. So, I mean, there's some success stories. What success stories inspire you most? Maybe people who have joined and gone on to develop themselves, or other examples of successes that you could point to.
I mean, it's hard to pick one example, but we've had a lot of internal growth within the company. I can think of people who have been working in Spain for a long time, being able to grow the business from here, and they've had the opportunities to move to LATAM or the US to be part of that team that it's making the business so strong locally. So I think our strategy and our business goals enable our people to have this international growth, this international exposure, but also as we are having extreme growth within the countries, I can think of plenty of people who have been able to develop within their department and having different lateral moves from finance to people, for example, where they have been able to expand their skills and their vision from the company.
Okay, let's say I had never heard of Zelestra. Pitch the company to me. Why should someone work there?
What I would say is that what I can promise, or my team or the organization can promise to our people, is that for sure they will be working on three main pillars. The first one very linked to our purpose, right? Everybody who works at Zelestra, we can tell them that they will leave a mark in the world. And that's amazing, right? Everything that we do, all the projects will have an impact on decarbonization. This means that everything that you will do will have an impact and will let you leave your mark in the world. So that's the first one. The second one is it's very linked to how we understand what we do, and we work with high levels of excellence. Everything that we do has to have a really good quality, because the things that we are having or doing have really strong impact in the world. So the second thing that I would tell them is you guys are catalyst for excellence. So if you really want to work in that environment, connected with great minds, people with a lot of experience, but also really ingrained with a growth project, this is the place for you. And the third one is really linked to the first two, because as we are growing, as we are leaving a mark in the world, you really will find a place here where you will be able to realize your full potential. But it's true that if I say so, maybe you will think that this is what I have to say because I'm the Chief People Officer. So I would tell you, what do you think about it?
Well, for me, I mean, I had been aware of the Zelestra rebrand, and I had followed the company story because I'm in communication, so I'm following the story and the narrative externally. So I was aware of Zelestra before I joined. But for me, it was a really interesting project to come and work on. You know, this concept of making decarbonisation a reality. It's a really clear purpose. So for me, that was the number one guiding issue of the day, that I thought, I've been working in renewable energy for a long time. This is exactly what I want to do. So that core purpose really stuck with me. And then, of course, I saw the team and the talent that we had here, the scale and the ambition of what we're going to do. And to be part of that story, for me, was really exciting.
Good.
We work together to achieve great things as one of Zelestra's core beliefs. But how does that work in reality?
So in fact, to me, one of the key factors here is work on honesty and transparency. And in these two aspects, communication is a key. We make sure that everybody gets together at least twice a month so that we can share news, challenges, successes with everybody. And also something that I think that it's very important, which is that we make sure that the strategy is shared and known with everybody in the team, no matter their role, no matter their function. We really work hard to share the strategy with everybody. In fact, we were awarded as top employers this year, which is a great achievement for this company. And they told us that we are ahead of big corporation in honest and transparency. And I think this is a win for Zelestra. So
Zelestra is investing globally. We're a large company, but we are still a company that is encouraging innovation and openness. And we have 5 core beliefs that we attach to everything that we do. So which one of those do you think resonates most closely with you, and why?
That one is a hard one. I would say all our core beliefs are super important on everything that we do. Now, if you force me to pick one or two, I would say we get results that matter, and we take ownership of everything that we do. Why? And everything comes back to our purpose again, right? We work to decarbonize the world, and that's a super mission, right? So we get results that matter really summarizes what our people needs to get done. We work in an organization that is not huge. We don't want bureaucracy. We need to be agile. So that extreme ownership really enables us to get the business results that we want to achieve. But at the same time, it's really hard to me not to mention how important collaboration is, because everything that we do is such big projects that someone alone wouldn't be able to make it, right? So picking one is hard. So I've picked 2, but I would like to highlight collaboration as well, because I think this is key as well. I'm not sure if you agree with me, or what are the things that kept your mind when you joined us?
Yeah, I mean, so look, I mean, the core belief that we work together to achieve great things was something that resonated with me from the outside, because teamwork is everything, no? And since I've been here, I can see that in action, and how that impacts what we can deliver for our customers. And we recently had a couple of customers come over from all over the world to come and look at one of the projects that we're building here in Spain. And it involved teams from commercial, it involved teams from construction, it involved the senior management team in Spain, it involved the communications team. And we all had to work together to create this experience for the customer. And that was the same in terms of designing this project for the customer, and it will be the same operating this project for the customer. So that to me is really important. I mean, from kind of your eyes, since you came into the organisation, what have you experienced? What have been the kind of key highlights for you?
I really see that the communication flows between everybody. It's not that we work on silos. I really feel that people need each other. They just communicate because they need it, and that's ingrained into their day-to-day.
Thanks a lot for joining us today, Henar. I thought that was really insightful.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
So this is just the first of the new podcast series. We're going to speak to many other people across Zelestra in the weeks and months ahead, and we look forward to continuing this conversation.